Now we're going to talk about the complement rule, and we actually already sort of used it. Notice it's called the complement rule. If I say, oh, your shoes look great, that's called a compliment. The complement is to complete something. For example, we had a snow day recently, and they said, there's a 60% chance of snow. What's the probability it won't snow? Well, many of you said 40%, because you knew that it had to complete. It's either going to snow or it's not, and there's no in between, right? So you needed the 40% to complete the 60% and make it 100%, all right? So when we do this, the set of outcomes that are not in event A is called the complement with an E. Don't worry, I won't be checking your spelling. And it's denoted by this way. So complement of A, we'd be on it, okay? The probability of the complement is 1 minus. Now, I actually had some questions from some students like, why are you doing 1 minus? So maybe I'm going to revisit why it's 1 minus, all right? So the probability of not getting a 5. Well, you could say there are 36 total ways to roll the die, right? And we're going to get rid of all the ones that are a 5. So I'm going to subtract the 4 out of 36. And your answer would be 32 out of 36. And some of you feel very comfortable with doing it this way. All right? I could also write it like this. Right? And would I get the same? Would. Because this is the whole. That's the whole. And how can I write the whole? I can just write it as 1. So let's do the 1 shortcut for the next one. I'm going to say the probability of not getting a sum of 6 or 7 is 1 minus the probability of a 6 or 7. All right? Well, 1 minus, and if you want to, we know that there were 36 outcome on that die. I'm going to write my 1 like this, if that makes you feel better. And I'm going to go look at what we said the answer was. It was 11 out of 36, right? So our answer is 25 out of 36. Okay. What is the probability of getting a sum not greater than 4? All right, so I kind of wrote it that way. Well, that's 1 minus the probability of getting a sum greater than 4. Okay. And if I go look, again, we can go to 36 out of 36 to make life easier, because that's the whole sample space. And greater than 4 out of 36. So I subtract 30 out of 36. And I will get 6 out of 36, or 1/6. What is the probability of getting a sum greater than or equal to 4? And I meant to say not getting. All right? And so complement. This is a typo on my part, sorry. That would be 1 minus the probability of x greater than or equal to 4. So 1 minus greater than or equal to 4 was 33 out of 36. Or I can say 36 out of 36 minus 33 out of 36 is 3 out of 36, or 1/12. Voila. Finally, last but not least, the traffic signal to cross A.W. Grimes. So we're at the same problem, and now probability that it will not be read. So the probability of not read is 1 minus the probability of red. Now, over here, the probability of red is 62 out of 85. So we know the whole sample space is 85. So I can write this one as a whole with 85 pieces. And we said 62 out of 85, so you should get 23 out of 85 as your answer.